Hi, Almas Nomadas, and welcome to Paper Plane Podcast. It's my very first episode. I'm a little nervous, but we're gonna have a great time anyway. I'm super excited. So just stay with me, okay? I'm Alicia Rua, and today we're diving into what really means moving abroad as a digital nomad. I'm joined by Christina and Kirk. They are a creative couple and they made the leap together to move to Spain as digital nomads. Christina, she's a freelancer video, and Kirk, he's a DJ. And they have been calling Barcelona their home now for a little while. Today we are at the Turo Park in the center of Barcelona, and we're going to discuss about the highs, the challenges, everything that involves moving abroad as a digital nomad to Spain. And they are going to give us special tips. So let's get started, okay? Hi, Christina. Hi, Kirk. Welcome. And thank you very much for joining me today. And I would like to know how are you? And then I go back to you. And I want to know everything, every detail. And then I want to discuss, if you can tell me a little bit already. And I want to get back to the beginning. Like, how was it? Why you choose Spain and why Barcelona? Did you feel something about the first time you visit Barcelona, it was a call, or how did you make the big decision of choosing the place?
Yeah, so in 2023, we went on like a world tour all over Europe and South Africa, just kind of deciding where we wanted to move. Like, we knew we wanted to leave Florida, but we just weren't sure where. So we spent a month in Madrid, we spent time in Germany, Amsterdam, South Africa, Portugal, and funny enough, Barcelona, we spent the shortest amount of time at. We only were here for a week in total. And I don't know. It was just something so special when we visited Ciutadella. Like, I was just like, wow, this is
It's a
everything.
different energy, right?
Yeah, like it was just so amazing. We were there and it was a Sunday, so everybody was out there just dancing at the fountain, and I was just like, wow, Bubs, like like this
I want to be
place.
them.
Yeah, like this place calls to me. Like, there's so much energy and community, and that really was something unique. Like, we don't have that quite as much in the States. So like seeing that sense of community really was something special that I was like, yeah, I want that in my life.
Oh, it's so nice. It happens to me too. And
Absolutely.
tell me, Kirk, did you feel the same? It was like connection.
So for me, like I traveled a lot because I was in the military in prior years. So I knew I wanted to move overseas at some point in my life. So it's actually super easy. I was the easiest in this equation. I said, you just pick where you want to go, and we'll just go.
Oh, I
And then
love it.
out of everywhere we went, she was like, "Oh, I really like Barcelona." And I was like, "Okay, then that's where we're going," and that was it. So I'm super. I can adapt to literally anywhere, and Barcelona is it was not a hard city to adapt to. I mean, like you said, the energy, for the most part, everyone we met has been extremely welcoming, extremely hospitable, especially when like dealing with like papers. And I'm like, I don't know. You've helped us out with that. People at different businesses are super helpful. So I've had a great time so far.
Oh, that's nice to hear because it's true. I mean, most of the foreigners people I work with, and we do the paperwork and everything. It's like everyone feels the call. I mean, the city has something that attracts you somehow, and it's like I need to live here because same thing happened to me. I was here for a week, and I was like in Barceloneta, I think, and it was, oh my god, this is a city to live because you have plenty of cities around the world, but the one that is like I want to live here. Now I would like to know, how is your life today, every day, living in Barcelona as a digital nomad? Something has changed. How do you feel about it, and how you have adapt, both of you, your life to the rhythm of Barcelona? Because though it looks like small city or maybe more quieter or something, it yet has a rhythm and has, I don't know, life itself. So I would really like to know how you feel about it. I will begin with Kirk.
Sure. So one thing that we learned pretty quickly here, I'm not saying that the sorry friends back home in America, I'm not saying that we didn't have that community, but here I was talking to her about it the other night. Actually, the friends that we've made here are friends that if we ever were to have children, I would let them watch our children. You know, yeah,
Agree.
there's a lot more sense of like they will help you out even with the smallest thing. For instance, our friend was out of town for a month and he was like, could someone water my plants in the group chat? Everyone's like, yeah, let me know when I can water your plants. I'll come and water. Like where I'm
Trust
the
100%.
trust like that is was a big one. As far as adjusting to a digital nomad life, this is my first digital nomad role in my entire life where I had to sit for work. So that was a weird adjustment, but I do love the times you all eat here. I love it. I love dinner at 8 o'clock now. That's my favorite thing. Cause then it's like, in America we eat dinner at 5 o'clock. So like,
Oh, that's so early.
I know, like you rush to eat dinner and you just had lunch at 1, and then it's like, well, now I have the whole night by
I'm not
8.
hungry yet.
Yeah, and then in America, if you eat at 5 p.m., at 8 or 9 p.m., you're hungry again before bed. Like, nah, I'd rather just wait. I love the eating times here. That was the hardest adjustment for us. And then after like a month or two, I was like, this is amazing. I love it.
Christina, now you tell me if you have found something challenge or harder now that you're here dealing with the life in Barcelona and mixing it with your job, freelancing, etc. There, I mean, I want to know it all.
Yeah, I mean, so it definitely has been an adjustment, but at the same time, I'm still able to kind of work like my American hours. Typically, I work from about 7 to 4. It is a long work day, but I love my job, so I'm always
There's
working.
people that like to work.
Yeah, I make videos for a living. Like it's so much fun.
Yeah, totally agree.
But so the only thing that has been like very different with that is okay, I'm done at 4, but then my clients are just starting to wake up. So there's times where like I might have to take a call at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. But at the same time, it's actually kind of better because before they were trying to give me these calls while I'm also editing their videos.
Exactly.
So now it kind of like spaces it out. Even though maybe some people might not love taking a call at 9, for me, it's actually been kind of easier.
When you enjoy what you're doing, it's not working.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like I can take your call even, I don't know, 10 p.m. because I want your feedback already and to help me continue.
Exactly.
So-
I feel that way 100%. Like, even though I might be on holiday right now, I'm like, I'm so ready to talk with my clients and edit my stuff again.
I like it. No, I love it because I really like this perspective of the situation because I used to have these clients from all over the world with different time zones,
Yeah.
etc. And some of them might not find it that attractive. For example, some of them will say, "No, oh my God, I cannot deal with the time zones. I need to find a job in Spain." And I'm like, "Are you sure?" I mean, I don't know if you're sure. I mean,
Yeah.
because it's completely different as well. I do love this perspective and for other nomads to feel maybe and have this idea back in their minds because if you try to because that's also a mindset and a way of seeing life, you
Yeah.
know. I mean, okay, I have this situation, how can I adjust it to continue being happy, like to continue enjoying everything and for this not to become a problem, a stone in the way rather than something I can solve and get adjusted to.
Exactly.
I love this perspective about the time zone and adapting to the digital nomad lifestyle, working remotely from another different continent. For Christ's sake, we are in Barcelona, and Barcelona is Catalonia, okay, and we know they have a very strong culture and they love their language. So, how are you? And I know, and I'm super happy that you have been learning Spanish and but how are you finding Barcelona welcoming in that sense, language, culture, and there is something you're yet finding challenging, something you would like to, I don't know, point out or discuss, or something you are feeling different about living in Catalonia and about their culture and language and or you either you love it, you know, like
Right. So in terms of adjusting, the first thing is we actually had no idea about Catalonia.
yeah.
I'm sorry again, painfully American. We're not really taught other things happening around the world, which is our own fault. but learning about just the history of Catalonia, as its own thing, and the relationship between Spain and everything else. Like, it's really interesting to see how proud people are of it. For instance, the person that helps us with our apartment, when I talk with him, and we practice Spanish. Yeah, we'll practice Spanish, but remember, he always says, "Remember, I'm Catalan," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Heck
I
yeah,
want to
man!"
speak Catalan.
Yeah, I was like, you got to help me, with that. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're super proud of that. And it's a super
That's
cool
super
thing.
nice. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
something that we love as far as like holidays, for instance, we didn't know about San Jordi. Yeah. So I remember going out of my apartment and it's like, yeah, you do roses and books. And I was like,
Yes.
education for love. I love it. Sold.
Yeah.
Sold. I'm gonna buy you a book. You have to start reading now. It's the holidays. So
I love it. That's so true. San Jordi it's iconic for them. They love it. I want to go back a little bit to the work routine because it's something that digital nomads I want them to have in mind. And so one of the questions I had was you as a freelancer and having clients abroad, etc. How have them adjusted to you?
Honestly, it's worked out a lot better for both me and them. So typically the way it'll work with my clients is, they'll discuss maybe something that they're wanting the following day late at night for me. So I wake up, I have that task that needs to get completed. And before they even wake up, usually I'm able to deliver their product. So it works out amazingly for both of us actually. And yeah, it's been a lot easier that way. I don't feel quite so stressed that I'm taking calls and I'm trying to edit all at the same time. So at night, sometimes they'll give me calls. I can figure out what they need. I wake up, I get it done. Boom, I'm done. It's fantastic that way.
Oh, it's great. It's great, as we discussed before, because this is something that usually digital nomads have in mind. Like how actually, it's because also you are a freelance and you have your own clients, and having own clients, it's a different relationship. Super difficult because I don't know if it's a mindset. Everything it's different. It's super cool having this point of view also that even the timing works towards
So much better.
the job. Exactly. This is super interesting. And Kirk, tell me, in the music sector, in you as a DJ,
sure.
how has this changing and living in Barcelona give you another creative rhythm perspective?
Absolutely.
Really? Tell me.
Yeah, so it's pretty world renowned, that European scene in terms of like techno, trance, electronic music is mejor. So, oh yeah, it's that's like everyone can attest to that. The running joke is America is always 2 years behind whatever happened in Europe. So
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. So if something's popular in Europe, 2 years later, America's like, "What is this?" And everyone in Europe is like, "Oh, that was so 2020." So in terms of that, in terms of the networking, in terms of the sound that I enjoy as an artist, it is much more prevalent here in Europe. So that's quite nice.
Oh, that's super nice to hear.
And since
for other digital nomads DJs around, it's something to have in mind. And people that work in the music sector, that are coming from the US, for example, having this in mind, I didn't know, for example.
Yeah, there's just certain sounds that are more popular in different parts of the world. And luckily for me, with the techno and trance and electronic music that I make, it's very popular here. So it's opened up a lot of doors. And other neighboring countries in Europe, like Germany, we've been in Germany more times, I think, than any other place in Spain. It's like Barcelona and then Germany, Barcelona and then Berlin. And then we go to Cologne. Colonia, and August, and then we'll be back in Berlin in September. So,
but this is good and great to point out that how Barcelona it's specifically located exactly.
It is
also for you to reach all the other places where you have to do the music.
Exactly.
How do you say pinchar?
Pinchar. DJ. So even a lot of more established artists in Europe are moving to Barcelona for the same reason. Really established artists in my scene especially are moving to Barcelona because of how central it is. Instead of living in the Netherlands or instead of living in Greece, they just move to Barcelona and they can just boom to any other country.
Totally agree. I didn't know this. This is new info for me, and I really like to learn things.
Of course,
many things, because then I can actually, mean, this is something I can give back to someone that is asking me, for example, another digital nomad as a DJ. And should I go to Barcelona, or do you think I'll be better in like Greece? And I will be able to answer, no, I think you should be, you will be better in Barcelona because logistically, it works better if you are trying to do music around Europe. Oh, this is very useful info for anyone working in the music sector, and this is great.
No, it's great. And yeah, and you know, since being here, adjusting to more digital nomad stuff, you know, music, you know, if it's able to be a full-time job for me in the future, I would love that. But since it's not my full-time job, I have worn many other hats. You know, I run all the media accounts for her company. So run the clients there. And that's a very easy transition for me. I don't really talk with the clients as much. I just post and make sure, as long as the posts are doing well and the stats are going up, I've done my job. Good. And then I also teach English here too. So
that's super nice.
And all my students are on the European time zone, so it's quite nice. I've met a lot of people all over the world just from being here. I teach online as well.
That's super interesting.
So many students from Ukraine, many students from China, many students from I'm trying to think of where else. India. I've had students from India, Poland. A lot of students from Poland. Good. I've met so many people from around the world just because I started that job here in Barcelona. So it was quite nice.
That Barcelona has this thing about making people get together.
Yeah,
it's weird, but I don't know. I've honestly meet so much more people while here in Barcelona than when I was in London, for example.
Yeah.
Communicating, because there is people learning English, but at the same time, we have all of you
us learning Spanish.
And learning Spanish. So it's like a mix. And now the rain. Yes. Now the real rain.
Yeah. All good.
Okay, now I would like to discuss about tips we can give to our future nomads. For example, how had been for you planning, paperwork, and also the emotional side of moving to another country? I mean, how had you found that emotionally? But for real, like, what did you feel? Have you ever feel lonely a bit or not at all? Because it depends. I mean, what is interesting too, that might not happen to other digital nomads, is like you came together. That makes
world of a difference.
Yes, a lot of a difference. It happened to me too. I traveled with my husband, so I'm not having the same feeling as someone that is actually traveling alone. But emotionally, what meant?
So in terms of the paperwork, if it wasn't for you,
if it wasn't for paper planes,
literally, if it wasn't for paper planes, there's no way we would have made it here legally.
Oh yeah, no way.
And it's
so complicated.
Yeah, and it's getting worse.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So we're really grateful that we had you. Like, oh my gosh, thank you TikTok for having you pop up on our feed.
Thank you.
But then in terms of like the emotional side of things, it is true. Had I not come with him, this would have been like very stressful. But then at the same time, you know, I think we've done a really good job of finding places to involve ourselves to build like more of a community. I started finding my friends by like just going to the gym. I love animals, so I went to like an animal rescue and I made like my best friend ever here at this animal rescue. And then, you know, they introduce you to their friends and your community keeps growing. So maybe sometimes I think about home a little bit, but I'm so much more happier here that like I really don't feel homesick. Sorry, home.
I don't feel sorry about that at all. I don't miss it.
It's true. Like I don't miss it. The public transport's better. The food's better. I'm healthier. I walk more. Like my work-life balance is better. I have more friends now. Friends that like I could really call if I needed help. Like I'm not just trying to be like, come to Barcelona, but like truth be told, like my life is tenfold better moving here.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. It gives me like a goosebumps. Yes, because I mean, you listen plenty of stories. Everyone feels different because maybe they are looking for something else. But like when you're moving to a place or when you're trying to get into a community or something, and also like I will look for this community I want. I will try to find how to get integrated. I mean, how to get my friends. This is very important because we're social animals and
you have to. Yeah.
You have to. We do need. But it's nice, and I love to hear that you found that here, because there is people that might tell you, no, I'm leaving Barcelona because I've been here like for 2 years and I have no friends. And it's like, wow, how?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right. How? You gotta
Exactly.
get
I mean,
out.
exactly, because you need to also look for that. It's not that they're gonna come
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
from heaven and they're gonna
Yeah.
pop up into your table.
'Cause-
No, you also have to look for that connection. Try to match with people in what you like. For example, the animal thing. It's super interesting, and I think it's gonna be super helpful for anyone thinking about moving here, and hopefully in the way that how can they get this community or integration faster.
Right.
What do you wish someone had told you before moving?
So one thing that we didn't know about was obviously it's pretty well known there is a little bit of an apartment issue here, like getting access to an apartment. Where we're from, it was very easy because there was a lot more readily available. If you wanted to live somewhere, you just kind of walked up and you said, "Hey, like I want to live here." You pass a background check, you pay the security deposit. Welcome, here are your keys. But here, obviously, we've learned that and then the reasons behind why that's happening as well too, that it's much harder to get an apartment in certain parts of the city. So careful planning months in advance is absolutely key. If you want to find a place to live, if you want to live in especially the more popular areas of Barcelona, you gotta plan at least 3 months ahead at a minimum to kind of like, okay, let me think my top 10. I'm gonna talk to all 10, visit all 10 of these places, and out of there, hopefully one of them gets back to me that we find a connection with the owner. And that's another thing that we learned too about that is here, submitting like a paper about who you are, what you do.
A letter.
That's so
a
new.
letter.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I was
With
like-
pictures and everything.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
I did that also for my apartment.
I know. I was like, I feel like I'm in a job interview right now.
Yeah.
I was
Yes,
like, babe,
it's
we
like
gotta,
that.
I know. I was like, babe, we gotta like, I can't look like this. I gotta change my. I'm wearing
A suit.
I know.
A suit.
I know, right?
Do your hair.
I know. Literally. It's like I might have to wear makeup for this one. So.
Totally agree. Yeah, it's super hard.
But with our current apartment now, we got really lucky. We use a Idealista, popular app, and we found a private owner named Ben. He's super great. He's an old Israeli. Listen, I just need to make sure that the couple will take care of this place. That's all I want. I want to take care of it. And I was like, we can totally do that, man. We have a week until our old lease is up. We have to move now. So take my money.
We really are going to take care of the place. Don't worry. No,
Yeah.
this is so true. It's one of the things happening in Barcelona, but a lot of places in Spain actually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Finding the apartment and people that actually trust you, because the backside of it is
Right.
like, okay, who are they? You have zero track in Spain.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's a trust thing, 100% with no return, because we take care of our places.
Right.
There's people that
That don't.
or they
Yeah.
stay forever there and they don't pay, or
we've
like
seen
I mean,
this.
tons of stories. So this is, thank you for pointing it out, because I really like. I mean, I work with people all the time, and I can definitely tell who has planned before, who has zero planning, when we are like in a oh my god situation, and like we have 24 hours like to sort things out, and we really think the planning.
It's
step.
super important.
It's
Yeah.
super important.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. There's some people that doesn't get it. Like,
Yeah.
no, you cannot just go.
I know.
I mean, it's like,
Yep.
think about it, study where you're gonna live.
Totally.
And previous steps are definitely something to have in mind before moving, and definitely an idea about where are we gonna
Yeah.
live next month.
Yes. Yes.
And
I would even argue too with that, like even our process was a 6-month process
Yeah.
until from the time we emailed you to the time we were in Barcelona was 6 months exactly. And I would argue that was even pretty fast, in
Yes,
terms of
because
like the
they're-
total,
yes.
So a lot of people go into this thinking, oh yeah, it'll be done in 60 days. I'm going to have papers and I'm going to have a house. And it's like, if there's one thing I could tell anyone here, it's worth it, but you just have to be patient with it.
Yes.
Like plan as far in advance as you can, find a really great person to work with, because the bureaucracy can be a little slow with papers. Things can get lost sometimes. It happens everywhere in the world.
And the digital nomad process is a fast track kind of process.
Yeah.
I mean, you have others that, oh my god, take forever. So planning for sure. Why is it planning important? Because it will lead you to the goal, to what you are looking for, which is like finally residing in Spain. Okay, so now to wrap up a little bit and to close, I would like to ask you, what has this journey mean to you personally and later as a couple?
Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, well, I'm gonna take what you're probably gonna say.
That's fine. You're not gonna take my answer. I promise.
Is that we can do anything together.
Yeah.
Not to get all squishy, but yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. Sorry, I'm gonna get all
Yeah.
all
I love
sappy,
it.
but I mean, like, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have known that there is a better life out there. I would have just kept working my 9 to 5 in America, just waking up, going to work, eating dinner, going to sleep. I wouldn't have known that there's this other life where there's such a sense of community and better work-life balance and just like learning more about yourself. Like that's one other thing I wish I had mentioned like during this. Like I feel safe to be myself here. Like I finally got a nose piercing and tomorrow I'm gonna maybe shave my hair off. I don't know. I'm gonna
love
get
it.
tattoos. Like I feel safe to walk around in these streets and just be whoever I want to be. No judgment. Everybody is so accepting. Like just knowing that there's a world out there like that, it changed my life. Like coming here is the best thing I could have ever done.
Oh, I love the answer. I love
Something we learned as a couple as well is like todos estilos de la vida es en Barcelona. Like whatever you want to do, you want to camp, you want to hike mountains, you want to be a business person, you want to get into whatever hobby you think you can get into. It's a city where you can literally try anything, and we've tried so many things as a couple together and learned as a couple. But one thing I think we both can agree on, and I don't know if you've known about this, the cops here are so hot.
Oh my god, yeah! Wow.
But have you seen the Italian ones?
I haven't seen the Italian ones yet, but man.
We
The
have
Italian ones, they're something. They're something.
we have a joke here that in order to be a cop in Barcelona, you have to submit a headshot.
Yeah.
Like,
Probably.
Yeah,
But
it's
the,
like-
the woman also.
oh, no,
all
that's what we're
beautiful.
saying.
Super beautiful.
I know. We were
really.
walking. That's the first thing we noticed when we got off the train. We were like, the men and the women. And listen, like we're both like aimed at just each other. And we were like, they are maravillosos.
Breathtaking.
Oh my god! I was
know
like,
Yeah, arrest me.
I would ever probably have been doing this in my country. I mean, being here open up my mind and how I feel about myself
Totally.
to do
To be
honestly,
safe, to be yourself.
to be exactly to be yourself and to feel free. It's a freedom. It's a freedom thing. Okay, so thank you so much,
for having
both
us.
of you, for your time, for your such lovely answers, and I enjoyed this a lot. I really like the energy. I mean, for me, it's all about energy, you know, because
course.
I feel makes things going and make things become true and real and everything. This podcast, this interview, this conversation, this chitty chat we had so much fun, and I think it can be very helpful to anyone thinking about moving to Spain with the digital nomad visa. We didn't get into the paperwork so much because what I want people to see and to understand and to feel is the life beyond the visa. What actually means living in Spain after 1 year and experiencing everything and how can be so changing and it's a life-changing. So, if you're listening to this podcast and considering to move to Spain, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, the YouTube podcast. Follow the next episodes of the podcast because we're gonna discuss more life experiences. And I will leave you a link below where you can book a consultation or one-on-one so we can discuss about opportunities and next steps to actually move to Spain. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
ciao.